What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros podcast.
What's going on, everybody? Episode number 44?
44?
44, man. But this, I feel like more stuff has happened in this past 3 weeks than the entire summer.
Yeah. It's definitely the past like 2 or 3 weeks has definitely felt more like E3 than anything. It's everything just kind of got
Just got pushed back.
yeah, just got pushed back a little bit, which is fine. You know, we're trying to be patient in all the craziness going on. So, but yeah, it feels real good just to have some solid next gen news. I don't know about you, Nick, but I'm getting a little pumped.
I'm pretty pumped. I'm stressed. I'm stressed out, man. All these pre-orders. I'm setting my calendar.
Well, I mean, hopefully, as we're recording tomorrow, Tuesday, 22nd is when the Xbox pre-orders go up. So hopefully it's a little bit better than Sony's pre-order debacle, whatever, however you want to say it, shit show, whatever.
Shit show. I would coin that for what's happening with Sony.
But yeah, before we get into the news, Nick, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. I had some friends, Adam and Brendan, and Brendan's girlfriend Cecilia. They all came up this weekend.
Nice.
And showed them around DC. You know, gave them a taste of that DC lifestyle. You know, showed them Abraham Lincoln. He was still looking good.
Nice.
From the last time I saw him, Washington Monument. You know all the classics. And then we just chilled out, had a good weekend, stayed up late. I don't know. It's like Sundays, or I can't do anything on Sundays because I'm just
hungover.
Well, recently, at least, I've just been recovering from like a long weekend, or being hungover, and it wasn't even that bad. I just didn't want to do anything yesterday.
Yeah, that's kind of how like we've been the past like few months. Like usually Fridays, it'll just be me and Brittany, and we'll have some beers, and we'll take some shots and stuff. And then we'll usually here recently we've been outside just like kind of jamming to some music. And then sometimes we'll play like some video games or something. But so yeah, getting up on Fridays. I mean, Fridays aren't usually too bad, but then Saturdays we're usually kind of running some errands here and there, and then we get ready for like our little wing night. And then usually Sundays, usually not terribly hungover or anything, but just from drinking beer and eating wings, like you just feel kind of bloated and bleh. You just want to kind of want to sit down and do nothing all day. And so
yeah, like
plus
oh, go ahead.
I was say plus football's back, so I've been kind of watching a little bit of football here and there.
Yeah,
so.
watched a little bit of football this weekend.
Yeah,
well, college football, not NFL. But yeah, I always have such big plans for Sunday. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this done and this done, and then I wake up and I'm like, maybe not.
Nah, like sometimes like it kind of carries over into Mondays too, where I'm like, I still feel kind of like, like my stomach's still not right. But today was different. I actually got up not got up, but I started running again.
Nice.
Because I haven't it's just been so hot and stuff that I haven't really had the motivation to run. But I'm like, I need to start like exercising again because I kind of stopped for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, continue on. How you didn't finish your week? We kind of just tangented off a little bit for a second, but
no, it was good. Fun weekend, and then just sat on the couch and played Mario for 7 hours.
Nice.
So it was a good day. I mean, it was a good weekend. Got to hang out with friends. Got to play some Mario.
Heck yeah.
That's all you can ask for, really.
Yeah.
And then of course, like everything. All the new stuff happening last week was really exciting, and
for sure.
Every day was like something to look forward to.
Cool. Yeah, it was awesome.
What about you? How's your week?
It was good. Just another super quick week. It flew by.
Oh yeah.
The weekend's here. I'm looking forward to next weekend because Brittany and I are kidless. We're going to Autumn Creek, checking out the new house they got, or cabin. Yeah, the cabin they built. So we're gonna check that out. We're probably gonna go to like a nice restaurant or something on Friday, and then Saturday just get up and probably hit the vineyard and drink some wine, and probably bring some chairs and stuff and kind of relax out on the grass area, because it's getting like I don't know about how it is up in DC, but it went from summer to fall like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Summer packed her bags and didn't say bye.
Seriously, like we were out Saturday night
Yeah,
and like out pretty late, so it was like it was pretty cold, like 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 shiver cold, like with a
yeah,
jacket. I was like, oh my
yeah.
god, like what the hell happens?
Crazy.
But I guess I mean it's September is it's here. You know, this is officially the last day of summer, so
Yeah, technically, yep.
fall's here.
But yeah, it was a good week. I was mainly looking forward to playing a little bit of Mario. I did get like
Yeah.
a notification, or I was checking the Amazon status, and it said it was supposed to be delivered Saturday.
Mm.
And I was like, man, this is why I hate ordering like games from Amazon because I feel like they
It's
never,
always a day late, right?
yeah, they never meet the actual date. But sure enough, it came in on Friday. Um, and then as soon as I got it, I was like, Kellen, let's go open this package. And he opened up. He's like, oh my God, Mario. um, so we played a little bit. I really haven't played. I've dabbled into each of the three games,
Okay.
but I haven't played a ton because Kellen just wants to play and like steal it from me.
Yeah, of
So like
course.
I've created his own separate account that way he can just kind of play off of his. But yeah, you wanna go ahead and dive into to Mario?
Let's get into it.
Cool.
Let's talk into Mario.
So like just opening it up with Kellen and playing 64 again, man, it was such a nostalgic experience. It was so much fun. Um, it definitely it's definitely aged with the
Yeah.
camera. It's kind of, I mean, it's not annoying, but it's yeah, when you're used to playing Odyssey and how like nice that is, and you can control the
So
camera.
snappy.
Yeah, even like Sunshine and um uh
Galaxy.
Galaxy, the camera, you still don't have like full control, I don't think, just because I
But
feel like,
it's more fluid though.
yeah, it's a lot better than 64.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I've dabbled into each of the three games. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I like it.
Yeah, I've been loving it. I've dabbled in all three, but I've been sticking to 64 because I want to beat that one first. I have like a warped nostalgia for it because I played through it on the DS.
Right, yeah, that was your kind of first experience with it, right?
Yeah, so it looked better. I think it played better,
Yeah.
and from what I
Although it had a
remember,
D-pad, right? You didn't. It was just the D-pad at first.
yeah, it was just a
Okay.
D-pad, but it acted as an analog stick. You still had full 360 from what I remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but it's weird. I remember there being like more stuff in the courtyard at the beginning of the game. Like I remember there being like a little area where you're chasing a rabbit. I don't know if that might show up later in the game, but I
I
just remember it.
think it's later.
Okay, okay. I was like, this is kind of empty at the beginning. I don't remember it being that way.
Yeah.
So part of me wishes they would have somehow ported and up-res the DS version, since that one had like they had like Wario
Yeah, I
and
forgot about that.
Yoshi
Well,
and Luigi.
Yoshi's in 64. He's like kind of a secret character.
Is he
Uh,
playable in 64?
I I think you can maybe ride him or something. I can't exactly remember.
Okay.
He, I don't want to spoil. Well, I was gonna say for Odyssey, but I don't know. I'll leave it alone. Never mind.
Okay. But yeah, it's I played a few hours of 64, and it's really good. It's a little tough at some points.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's because of the camera or what,
Partly
but
the
yeah,
camera.
it's a little tough. It is.
Mario also slides a lot more in this game, I feel like, than other games.
Yeah, he's super slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because Kellen with 3D World and more or less Odyssey, he can kind of play on his own.
Mm.
But with Mario 64, he really did have some trouble with it. So,
What was the trouble stemming from?
well, I think it's more of like, so with Odyssey, whenever, and this is a gripe that I have now, playing Odyssey, and every time you get a star, it takes you out of the level and you have to go back in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how the game was built, and Sunshine's that way, and so is Galaxy. So
Mm.
yeah, just I think we're just so used to Odyssey and how you can
Yeah.
just constantly collect moons over and over again and not have to be kicked out of the level. It was super nice, but
Yeah, it does make me appreciate Odyssey that much
yeah,
more because like I get it because it's kind of a different objective and the level sometimes changes based off of
yeah,
what star you just got. But
yep. I mean, it makes sense
yeah,
for within the game, but
mhm.
yeah, I definitely do like Odyssey's layout a little bit better than the others, but yeah, 64 is good. I
It's a
like
good
it.
game. It's definitely aged, like you said.
Yeah,
But what about Sunshine? Have you played any of that one?
yeah. So I played the first. I think I got a couple of stars in the first area.
Mm-hmm.
Super fun. Like as soon as I got in and like it's the aspect ratio for 64 is a little bit smaller.
Yep.
So it really doesn't it really doesn't
You get used to it pretty quick.
yeah, it really doesn't hinder the gameplay at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just diving into Sunshine and it looks really good.
Yeah.
And yeah, just playing with the water, the jetpack, and yeah, it's good. I can't wait to get into that one and really dive in. But I'm gonna do like what you're doing and try to beat 64 first, and then
Mm-hmm.
kind of make my way. I feel like this game or this collection is gonna take a long time for me to beat. More or less. I mean, I might once I can get away from Kellen and maybe actually
Yeah.
be able to dive in. I can do my thing. But yeah, I feel like this game's gonna last me a good while.
Are you planning on 100%ing each title?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Hopes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm just so excited to get into Sunshine and
Yeah.
Galaxy and like I love 64, but
It gets
the
better.
real pleasure comes from Sunshine, which I didn't play that much of,
Yeah.
and then Galaxy, which I underappreciated when I first played it. So I'm excited to get back into that one.
So it's interesting. So I was wondering how they were going to do the motion controls with Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So you could still use, you still play and like everything. You don't have to spin the controller or anything to do his move, which is nice. But you could still collect like the star bits with the motion on the controller,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool. Like when you're flying around.
Yeah,
But it's weird though. Whenever you go to save the game or anything, you have to use motion controls. Like
it's an odd one. It's an odd choice. It's like the Wii home screen.
yeah,
It
it's
looks exactly like that.
yeah, it's very weird.
Or the
I mean,
Wii.
it's not a huge deal or anything, but yeah, just an interesting choice why they didn't just let that be analog controlled. But
Mm. Then on touchscreen, or if you're playing handheld, it would be touchscreen,
yeah,
presumably. I haven't played Galaxy on handheld yet, but that's I think you can use the touchscreen for the star bits and to save as well.
yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing up 64, and diving into the other two. But yeah, really solid collection. I love like the menus and stuff with the soundtracks and
Mm-hmm.
how it's kind of split up and stuff. It's a really nice collection.
It's a nice collection. I can't help but wish they had remade at least 64
Yeah.
because it has shown its age visually and from a gameplay perspective.
Yeah.
No, like, and I'm more so thinking about the future. Like next year, if we were to get, um, like a Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time and
Yeah, I
Majora's
don't.
Mask remake, like, I
Yeah.
want to play it again
Yeah.
when it looks like a 64 game. I want to play it where it looks at least like how it did on 3DS, like
Yeah.
an upscaled version of that. Like,
Yeah. That would be ideal.
mhm.
I mean, either way, I would still get it just because I'm such a Zelda fanboy,
Yeah,
and I'm sure you would get it too. But yeah,
I'm a sucker. So
I would definitely want them to do that. I mean, even if they completely remade just Mario 64 and charged 60, I might get it just because if it looks like really good, and properly remade, then yeah. But
yeah, I think that'd be worth it.
yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but yeah, what can you do?
I mean, it's like Final Fantasy VII, right? They completely remade it from the ground up, and
Yeah,
it's
Resident
not even a
Evil.
full game. Yeah,
Yeah,
Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2, like those are worth it because they put so much effort into it.
yeah,
So I would love to see something like that from Nintendo, but
yeah. That would be cool.
they don't do that often. They don't really fully remake their games. They
No,
just
we
kind of
got that.
upres them.
I mean, we got Link's Awakening, which was a
Yeah,
pretty good solid remake. But yeah, I would like to see it eventually. Not now, just because it just came out with the collection. But yeah, if that was something they could do down the line or something, that
Maybe
would be
for the
that would
40th
be pretty cool. Yeah,
anniversary. I
yeah.
know. But no, like I've been having so much fun with it, and God, it's one big collectathon, and I love that.
Oh yeah. I mean, just playing with Kellen, and I've always liked Mario, but now I'm like super into it. It's just a fun game.
Hmm?
Like it's just a fun series. Um, what else have you been playing?
Honestly, that's about it for this week. One game that I am really thinking about getting is Hades.
Yeah, I've been seeing some stuff about that.
Yeah, so it's made from Supergiant Games, which did Bastion and Transistor. I played you and I both played Bastion, and then I
Yeah.
played a little bit of Transistor. I bought it on a sale on the Switch, but it looks really cool. It's a roguelite,
Okay.
and you know me. I've been getting into roguelites
Yeah,
a little bit more.
yeah.
So it's definitely piqued my interest. Like it's gotten 10 out of 10 reviews from IGN and some other reputable news outlets, but it looks really good, and I'm super interested to play it. I think I'm gonna pick it up
Cool. Do you know how much it
before
is?
it's $20 right now. It's on a launch sale. I think
Okay.
it's normally 25.
Okay.
So it's not too not
No,
too bad.
that's not too bad.
Yeah. What about you? What have you been playing aside from some Mario?
Yep. So playing some Mario. I picked up Little Nightmares. I think I talked about that last week that I was going to. I ended up
Yes.
picking it up, and if you like Inside or like what's the other one by um
Limbo.
Limbo, if you like those style games, get it. It's
Okay.
I don't know if it's still on sale, but it's really creepy. It's kind of like right up my alley with the whole creepiness vibe and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It's I've got a couple of gripes with it. So,
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those games where you die super quick. So it's like Limbo or Inside, and sometimes you don't know 100% what to do all the time. So
Hmm.
you'll go into an area and you'll just die because you didn't know that certain thing was going to happen.
Yeah.
And the loading times is
They're not great.
they're not terrible by any means, but they're almost long enough to the fact that you die so easily. It's just a little bit too long for my liking, and that's
Okay.
just and that's I mean I'm playing on the Switch, so I don't know if it's going to be better on the like an Xbox or PS4 or something, but I mean like if the loading time is 10 seconds, like if I feel it's like 11 or 12, it's just like right a little bit too much, and that could be
Yeah.
annoying
Yeah.
because there's certain parts in that game where you can die so easy. I mean, not, and the only reason I get frustrated is because I'm like, dang, I have to wait like 15 seconds for this thing to load. So,
Mm.
that's kind of it. But it's
Yeah. That is annoying. I mean, it's different when it's a game where you're not dying a lot. Like Outer Worlds,
yeah,
for example, has terrible load times, but you're exploring that area for a long time.
right,
If you're dying every 4 minutes, 5 minutes,
yeah,
then yeah,
that
that
sucks.
sucks.
But yeah, like comparing it to Inside Limo again, like this, there's a story, but you
Hmm.
have no idea what's going on. It's super weird, creepy. The visuals are pretty nice too. There's some nice puzzle mechanics to it, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's if you like this type of games, I would highly recommend it. And since there's a second one coming out, I think next year, I think
February of next year.
February, yeah. So yeah, if you could find it on sale, I don't know if it'll be worth. I think it's normally $30. I don't know if it'd be worth that.
Okay.
I picked it up for like 7. So I mean,
I might get it then.
yeah,
I
I would
mean, I
definitely.
love a good Limbo-esque
Yeah, even
game.
if you don't plan on playing it like immediately, just go ahead and get it if it's on sale because it's
Yeah.
it's pretty good from what I've played so far. And then of course, Dragon Ball FighterZ,
I mean,
Master
of
Roshi came
course.
out. Man, he is probably the most fun character I've played.
Really?
Yeah, like so in the game, if you've never played, um, all the characters have a move called Dragon Rush, and you press the right trigger, and it kind of you fly instantly over to the wherever the character is on the screen.
Mhm.
So kind of it makes the game go by a lot faster. You can follow up on combos with it, but with Master Roshi, since he can't fly, what he does is
Okay.
he does a Kamehameha, and it shoots him whatever direction you want to go. So it really adds like a really nice gameplay, not gameplay. You can really have like a nice strategy and a combo situation with Master Roshi, and man, he is so much fun. Love it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you played online with Master Roshi at all?
No, so I was gonna play Friday when he came out, but I ended up not. And then when my buddy came over, we both tried him out, and I ended up liking him a lot better than he did. So I stuck with him, and yeah, just dominated.
Kick some ass.
Yeah, he's killer. His special moves are so much fun to use. Yeah, he's a good nice third character in this pack of 5. So it's cool.
What were the first two?
You got Kefla, which she's from Dragon Ball Super. And then you've got Super Saiyan Instinct Goku. He's like the gray-haired Goku.
Okay.
He's also from Super as well, but yeah, super solid. I'm thoroughly impressed with this character.
Nice.
And
I'm
hopefully
glad you like it.
hopefully the last 2 characters aren't more Goku, because there's so many Gokus in this game.
There's no way they will, right?
I don't know. It's as much as the likeliness of Smash Brothers having another Fire Emblem character.
Oh, you mean 100%? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, he's a very fun character. To play with.
Nice.
So
Nice. Wonder when they're gonna announce the next character.
I don't know, because they announced, I think in March or February, they announced Goku Instinct, and it came out in March, I think, and then they didn't say anything until last month in August, and they announced that Matt Shoroshi was coming in September. But maybe that's, COVID can maybe slow things up a little bit. But yeah, we'll see.
I wonder if there will be anything at was it Tokyo Game Show that's happening?
Maybe. I'm hoping. Hopefully, we'll get at least one more character, like in December or something.
Yeah,
that would be kind of nice. But yeah, super satisfied with this release character. He's nice.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
We're always gonna be following FighterZ news.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to.
We should just dedicate our channel. I'm not gonna play it, but like you'll just be.
It's so much fun, man. You should give it a. Do you have it on? You have it on Switch, don't you?
I sold it.
Oh, you sold it? Okay.
Yeah, I sold it like a year and a half ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's always on sale though, so I really could pick it up.
Yeah.
I think it's like $10 right now, $15 on the eShop.
Yeah. It's a solid game. But if you're not into, and I'm not really into fighting games either, but this game has just clicked with me in a way that nothing else ever has.
Yeah.
I'll kind of get into like Mortal Kombat a little bit, but I mean, I haven't played those in a couple years. But I mean, maybe it's just because I like Dragon Ball Z so much and the characters that it just, when you have, a fighting genre and then characters that and that you love,
Yeah.
mash it together and you got something great. I don't know.
That's true. They made like a Fire Emblem fighter or something like that.
Fighters.
Smash? You mean Smash? Smash
Yeah.
Bros?
Look, hear me out. Smash Brothers Expansion 2021.
Okay.
It's nothing but Fire Emblem characters.
Hey, count me in. Count me in.
That'd be great. It'd be like shadows of
Shadows
dragons.
Shadows of the fight.
You want to go ahead and jump into the news?
Are you ready? Are you ready to get into this? All this news, all this sweet, juicy news.
It's juicy.
It's juicy.
All right, let's do it.
Let's start with the big thing.
So PS5.
Yeah, it it's got a lot of games coming out.
Yeah, they had their big Wednesday showcase. Pretty solid. Like, it was pretty good, I think.
Yeah,
we got the price. We got $4.99 for the main one, and then $3.99 for the discless. Is this kind of what you were expecting?
Oh, to the T, this is what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was on Twitter and seeing some people saying, well, maybe like the digital edition will go down to 300.
Nah.
But there's no way. If it has the same specs as the normal PS5, there's no way it would be $200 cheaper.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that the discless version is $100 cheaper. I thought it was gonna be $50.
Mm-hmm.
and I really it'd be curious to see maybe this in a few years, but if maybe the PS5 was 600 and then the discless was 5, and then whenever Microsoft announced their Series S, maybe it just
They dropped them both.
yeah, they had to drop it both just because they wanted to keep up. But yeah, that'd be something interesting to hear about or read about in the coming years.
You know what? You might be right because Sony was obviously super coy and wanted to go last. Microsoft, I mean, they knew they were coming out gun blazing with a $300
Yeah,
Series S. So, like, in this scenario, Xbox, they had to go first because, you know, PlayStation would have adjusted. So,
yeah,
yeah, we'll probably hear something about that in the future of maybe in another world, Sony was launching another console at $600 and it went poorly again, like it did with the PS3.
yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, so I mean, solid price. I think that's fair for for the PS5. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the fact that the Series S is 300 is still kind of crazy, uh, but yeah, I mean that's pretty. That price is pretty competitive with what Xbox is offering. Um, so I mean, so after the pricing announced, I mean, we had kind of talked about it through text, but you're still leaning towards the X.
Yeah. So, well, before we get into that, do you want to go through all the games that were
Yeah,
announced?
yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. Forgot about the games.
Yeah, screw the
No,
games. I just want
it's all about the
the
games.
hardware.
that
I don't want to play anything. I just want to look at it.
Yeah, I just want to look at this huge console. Jesus, I saw some pictures of it, and boy, is it ginormous.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Holy crap! All right, but anyways, let's get into these games. So they kicked off the show with Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, like pretty. I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, it feels like just yesterday Final Fantasy 15 came out, and they were making such a big fuss about it. But this one looks a lot different than 15. It
Yeah,
looks more, I don't want to say grounded because it's a Final Fantasy game, but it looks more focused than 15 was.
yeah.
And I really liked 15. I thought it was a great romp with your bros.
It's a great road trip.
Yeah, it was honestly like just such a fun, weird game, but so fun. So
Cool.
I'm pretty excited for Final Fantasy 16, and it's a console exclusive. I'm not sure if that's timed or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's probably timed. I would imagine because isn't Final Fantasy 7 timed
7
or
is
no?
timed.
It is timed, right? Okay,
I think it's a year.
okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense. It's probably the same thing then.
Okay. Cool. Are you excited about this in any form?
I'll wait and see. I want to see what the gameplay looks like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic. I really haven't played a Final Fantasy. Although I really do want to play 7.
Mhm.
I might pick that up for like a Black Friday sale or something. Um, yeah, I liked what I saw, and it was pretty surprising. I just did not expect proper 16 yet. But I mean, what 15
Yeah.
came out in, was it 2016, 2017,
I think
15?
it's 2016.
Okay,
Maybe even earlier. Maybe 2015.
so at least 5 years since
That's
when this comes out. So
all right.
yeah, that's respectable, I guess. I don't know. I guess there's been so many re-releases of 15 with all their, well, not re-releases, but expansions and
So many different versions of it.
yeah, weird versions. I don't know. And then there was like that weird Pocket Edition on
Oh
the App
yeah.
Store, which I think is on the Switch as well.
hmm
So yeah, I guess I didn't realize how long it had been.
And then they redid part of the game too a few months
Oh, they
after.
did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they like fixed some parts of the game, and
Weird. Okay.
yeah, very what a weird development cycle that game went through. Like so many different iterations, and it's so interesting that this is the form that they landed on for Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah.
It's like this is the one.
Yeah.
They've
This is
got
it.
cars.
Got cars.
Have cars
Road
and
trip, baby.
friends.
Tarzan, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all
Next
you
up,
need.
they showed what about 8 minutes of footage of Spider-Man, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Looks fantastic.
Yeah,
Visually looks amazing. Gameplay, I mean, they really do a good job at blurring the lines between what's gameplay and what's a cinematic.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how Spider-Man 2 or the original whatever.
Mhm.
So I mean it looked like more Spider-Man. It looked like didn't look like anything crazy new, but I also don't think anybody expected anything to be
Yeah,
super new. It looked great. It just looked good.
it looks
I'm
good.
excited for it. I want to play it. So
Yeah, I want to play it too. This is like Sony's bread and butter, man. Like
yeah.
kind of that blurring the lines between gameplay and not. Like with God of War,
Oh yeah.
like the transitions were phenomenal. Last of Us 2, same
Yep.
with
Yep.
that. Like they do such a good job with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff where it kind of just melds together so easily that you never know when you're going to be playing again. And
Yeah,
so yeah,
and this is launching with the PS5. So
sweet.
it's a nice little launch title.
And it's also isn't it also confirmed for the PS4 as well?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, confirmed for PS4 too.
Which makes sense because I mean Spider-Man was such a big seller that I think it would just be kind of dumb for them not to release it. Just because it's so huge.
Yeah, and that's interesting. We can get into that later, but you know, we'll talk about it later. But
Okay.
just kind of generational gap.
Yeah.
Um, Harry Potter leaks. They were right. There's a Harry Potter game. It's called Hogwarts Legacy, and it's coming to PS5 next year.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Like I don't want to say I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but
Yeah.
I mean, just from a gameplay perspective, it looks awesome.
Yeah. I mean RPG wizards, I mean can't go wrong with that. It looks cool. It looks great. It looks great too. So
yeah, I like how they also confirmed not in the trailer, but outside of that J.K. Rowling
yeah.
really involved in this
Yeah,
game.
I was just gonna say that because they don't mention Harry Potter at all. It's just called Hogwarts. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
So
interesting.
I think they probably made that decision not to refer it to Harry. Well, it's still in the Harry Potter universe, of course, but yeah, it's probably a good idea for them to get out there and
Stay away from
deflect from
bad timing.
yeah, really bad timing, unfortunately.
But I think this game will do well regardless. I don't think
Oh yeah,
the legacy itself has been diminished much.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, this looks really good.
Yeah, that's good.
We got like a classic look at Call of Duty. Just showed
so uninterested, so uninterested, interested in that game. I just I don't know.
Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War coming in November. Shoot, I don't know when it's coming out. Sometime in November.
Sometime in November.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you excited at all for this thing?
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't know.
Put on Game Pass, I'll be excited.
I kind of was at first, and then like I forgot about it, and then I've just seen like a million ads all over the place, and then I saw the gameplay. I'm like, yeah, it looks like Call of Duty. Cool.
Yeah, they really shove it down your throats.
Yeah.
With all the ads and everything, so it just kind of. Yeah.
Oh well.
Next up, they showed Resident Evil 8. Some more, not much gameplay, but
no gameplay, but
a good old fashioned trailer.
Yeah, I'm so freaking ready for this game.
Yeah.
Do you think this isn't a PS4 exclusive, is it?
No, this one's coming to Xbox.
Okay.
When they showed it last time, the Xbox like tweeted out and said it was coming. So this isn't an exclusive.
Okay, cool. Because I definitely want to play it on the Series X.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for Resident Evil.
I'm so ready, man.
I can't wait. It looks so freaking wacky and bizarre with everything and the witches and the werewolves and everything looks so weird, and I'm about it because Resident Evil's freaking weird, man.
I don't want to say it's one of my favorite franchises, but it's up there. Like it is up there.
It's probably it's definitely in my top 10. It might push my top 5. I don't know.
Okay.
That's something. That's something. Have we ever done that yet on the show?
We haven't done that.
Okay, that's something we might need to do here soon.
Yeah, we can try to do that soon because that'll be
That's
that
interesting.
would be a fun one.
Yeah, I think so. Um, yeah, I'm ready for Resident Evil. I'm excited that it's first person again.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hopefully, other than like the ship area in 7, I think I pretty much that and the mines weren't so great. So like pretty much like the last 2 areas in the game weren't super great, but everything else was awesome and just freaky, and
Yeah,
so hopefully they can keep that kind of pace.
I think they will. I think they're gonna kind of blend the atmosphere of 4 with the atmosphere of 7 and kind of give it like a semi wacky. Because 4 was kind of, I mean, it was serious, but it had some ridiculous moments. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Leon was like a taekwondo expert, you know,
Oh yeah, he's punching boulders and stuff.
powerhouse. Yeah. So I hope we get some of that, some of the ridiculousness of classic Resident Evil.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there'll be some cool. Hopefully they got good like unlockables and uh, new game plus and stuff like that we kind of expect.
Yeah, some good replay incentives.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would love to play through that a couple times like I did with RE3.
yeah.
Nice. All right. Next up, we got a closer look at Deathloop,
Okay.
and it showed more. It showed 2 of the targets and how you kind of have to get them in the same place at the same time to be able to take down all 8 at once. So they just showed some more gameplay mechanics of that in the game. I still kind of have the same opinion on it. I'm not super
Yeah.
excited for it.
Nah.
It looks, I mean, it looks like a Dishonored game, except a little bit more wacky,
Yeah.
you know. And I love Dishonored, but I prefer to have an actual campaign rather than a roguelike.
Yeah, yeah. I
Game.
mean, it could be really cool, but yeah, right now I'm just not super interested in it, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
But that one is a PS5 exclusive,
Yeah, I think so.
at least a timed exclusive. Now I don't
Yeah.
know what's gonna happen to that. We'll
Yeah,
get
we'll
to that
see.
big bomb later, but
Yeah.
Devil May Cry 5 is getting a re-release.
Yep.
It's getting like an Ultimate Edition on PS5, which is cool. I mean,
Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Devil May Cry 6, but then they were
yeah.
um but I mean I only played like an hour of Devil May Cry 5,
Mhm.
and I like what I played. I just didn't really get into it, but yeah, I mean cool.
Yeah. Oddworld got another trailer. This one was a little bit more serious. I know they had that. It was like a lighthearted
Yeah.
track to their last
Mm.
trailer, and it made it seem like a comedic game. I guess they listened to feedback and set a more serious tone, but it looks like a really interesting game. Like,
Yeah, it looks cool.
it's pretty dark.
Yeah, well, and I think I've never played Oddworld, but from what I've heard, that it's a pretty like the tone is kind of all over the place of that game. It's very weird,
Okay.
and so I think it's intentional. But
Okay.
yeah, I think fans of that game will kind of vibe to it, I guess, because they kind of know what to expect.
That's good. Well, they're pushing it pretty hard, so it must be like a decently big franchise. I really haven't heard much about it other
Yeah,
than
I've
just
only heard.
games releasing, but
Yeah, I've never seen gameplay of any of that before this, so I mean I've
never
heard of the game before, but yeah,
seen much about it.
no,
Um, Five Nights at Freddy. Five Nights at Freddy's
weird.
is yeah, security breach is what it's called. So I didn't know this game was still around.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently this thing is like super lore heavy, like just the whole universe of Five Nights at Freddy. It's I don't know. It's I mean I think I remember watching I think Game Grumps of them playing it.
mm,
I think Aaron and Susie played it. I think.
okay,
Um, I mean
yeah, I think I
I
remember
never
that.
really it didn't look too much fun to me, but I don't know. I mean we don't really know what the gameplay is going to look like for this, but I mean it looks all right.
If it was like a first-person Five Nights at Freddy's game, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've done that. I know they put out like 100 games on iPhone, but
Yeah, it's I don't know. This is kind of like super random. I don't know,
yeah,
like out of left field kind of thing.
weird one to almost end your presentation on as well.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
but after this one, we got Demon Souls,
yes.
and
Got a little bit of gameplay.
yeah, I got a solid amount of gameplay. It wouldn't be a Souls game trailer if it didn't see somebody dying in it.
He fought. I think that's like the first fight in the game. The something demon.
Looks like it.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait, and it's confirmed to be a launch game. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh my god. It's such a pretty game.
yeah, it looks gorgeous.
Like I went back and I played some Dark Souls 3 last week,
Yeah,
and it just pales in comparison to how good Demon Souls looks.
yeah, it looks like a next gen game. It looks really good.
Yeah, it really does. That and Spider-Man, like they both just have that next gen feel to them.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think that's really great that they're both launching with the PS5.
yep,
Um, then we got the price, and then just a God of War Ragnarok teaser, or
yep.
not. It's not called Ragnarok. It's just it said what Ragnarok is coming in
Well, I
2021.
think it is called. I think it is confirmed. It's God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, so that's coming in
So
2021 next
so
year.
we got
That's
Horizon
close.
and God of War next year.
That's wild.
That's oh my gosh, man. I'm thinking we're gonna get Horizon like in March or something like that,
Okay,
and then we'll get God of War, um, probably like November or something.
that would make sense because Horizon is coming to PS4 as well. They
Yeah,
announced that,
yep. So
and
I think March is probably a good time frame for that. March, April, something like that.
hmm. So this is interesting because we have Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Horizon, and Sackboy. They're all coming to PS4 as well as PS5.
Yep, makes sense. I mean, there's over 100 million units out there for PS4. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, you have to. I mean, you got to get. I mean, you expect a lot of your hardcore people to get the PS5, but I mean, you're not gonna. I mean, you're not gonna have 100 million units ready to go. That's just insane. So yeah, you've got to
you got to
do
bridge
both.
the gap.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
It's just kind of ironic that Sony either a few weeks ago or a few months ago said that they believed in like defined console generations,
Right, right.
and everyone was bitching about Xbox bringing Halo Infinite to the Xbox One as well.
Yeah,
But it's so hard not to do that. Like
yeah,
it's like you can't be mad. You can't be mad at Sony for wanting to put out their flagship titles on, like you said, a console that has 100 million units on the market.
yeah. I mean, it's crazy. That's. I mean, nobody's ever done that for the most part. I mean, you're gonna. I mean, that's why you have all the other publishers doing it. You have your current gen, and then you have your next gen versions.
I mean,
So
Breath of the Wild launched on the Wii U and
yeah,
Switch.
yeah. Nobody got mad at the Wii U version
Yeah.
because nobody cared. Everyone wanted the Switch.
Well, hold on. Yeah, nobody had the Wii U.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is true. There was like 5 million units out there.
They
So
said, "What's this other? What is that? I've never seen that name before. Wii U?
Wii
That
U,
must be some sort of add-on to the Wii."
it's like I'm flashing back to E3, and was confused
I remember we were sitting there and we had to look up what the hell is the Wii U?
because like they didn't show all the show was the pad. They didn't show like the console, and I think people were like zooming in on the console like
Yeah.
during the video, and I'm just
It's like,
that was like the
it still looks
worst.
like the Wii, but
It's like that was like some of the worst like marketing ever.
of all time, it was just so
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, horrible.
But that was it. Yeah, that was the presentation. They announced a lot of cool stuff, showed a lot more on some stuff they already announced. I mean,
Yep.
it really, really made me excited to get a PS5. After watching the presentation, I texted you about it and I was like, damn, I kind of want to get the PS5 at launch now
Yep.
just for Demon Souls because that one looks so freaking amazing.
Yeah, it looks good. I think my game plan is Series X, hopefully day one if I can get it pre-ordered.
Yep.
And then I think I might end up picking up like a PS5. If I'm thinking that if I'm thinking Horizon's gonna come out in March, I think that's probably when I'll pick it up.
Okay.
Um, just whenever, because I mean, gosh, I still really want to play Demon Souls, but I think I can wait, and I'll wait for like Horizon or something big to come out.
Okay.
Because who knows, maybe they'll do some sort of special edition console or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'd be awesome if they did.
Because I've never had a special edition console, so um, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of buying games, um, it's been confirmed that flagship titles at least will be $70 on PS5.
Yep.
So that includes Demon Souls and presumably their bigger titles like Horizon
Yeah.
and God of War. Miles Morales is 50, and
Is
then
it
it's
is it 40 on the PS4?
I'm not sure. It might be 40 on the PS4, but that's what you would expect it to be like
Yeah.
on PS4, like with Uncharted or whatever have you. And then Sackboy is either 50 or 60. I can't remember which one, but
Okay.
kind of varying in prices. But the high end is $70, which was expected.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I'm of two minds. Like I understand obviously wanting to charge more, especially for single player games like most Sony stuff. Because stuff like Call of Duty and any other kind of multiplayer game, uh, charging $70 because it's next gen, it's kind of shitty. Like because you have very many opportunities to throw in microtransactions. So just saying that, hey, I want to be like everybody else and charge 70 because it's next gen, it's kind of crap. So yeah, for Sony's first party flagship stuff, I mean, $70 is worth it, man. Like for God of War and Horizon, like how many hours we're gonna get out of that? I can pay 10 extra bucks for that.
Yeah.
But I just don't want it to be like, I mean, because I mean, this generation or in before that, like everything was kind of set in stone, right? You had $60 was your standard, and then you're kind of maybe not AAA titles, but your kind of lesser titles would be, anywhere between 40 and 50. So I still want the prices to get all weird and, this is 70 and this is 60 and I don't know, it's a lot, but I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
Especially being
It's
the first part of the generation. Well, everyone's kind of dipping their toes in and seeing what they can get away with prices and stuff like that. So
right.
yeah, it's gonna be a bit interesting, especially from
Yeah.
uh, your EAs and your Ubisofts and your other companies that are, maybe a little bit greedier than anything.
Mm. Do we know what Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed are launching at? Are they just $60?
I think they're just 60.
Okay. I'm assuming Cyberpunk is that one's 60 as
That
well.
one's 60 as well. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Speaking of, I don't, we didn't put this in the news, but Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red came out and said that it's a little bit shorter than The Witcher 3 because they found out that like a large percentage of people did not actually finish The Witcher 3.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
long as crap.
I'm guilty of that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, they want people to see the story to fruition.
Gotcha. What's up
I'd
next?
say like, what's up?
Nope. Go ahead. I was gonna say what's the next story, but you go ahead.
Oh, this is kind of a story, but just the pre-orders, man. The pre-orders for the PS5.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I think I would have pre-ordered one by now because I've just been like so back and forth, and I've been looking, but man, pre-orders were supposed to go live the day after the event,
Yep.
but as literally as soon as the event was over, Walmart was like, pre-orders are up now, and then everybody else was like, well, shoot, we got to do it now too.
Yeah.
So you have your Target and your Best Buys. They all had their pre-orders up a day early. It gave no one any time to prepare. And, what happened was a lot of bots got the pre-orders
Yep.
and a lot of scalpers got it. And now it's going on eBay for, thousands of dollars.
Yep.
which is exactly the thing that you want to avoid, and that's what Xbox is doing a really good job at, is setting a direct time and date for these pre-orders to go live, so everyone can kind of get ready.
Is it 8 o'clock in the morning?
It's 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it just kind of pissed me off because I don't know, like they had so much time to prepare, and even a day's notice is too short, I think.
Yeah, that's a little crazy.
Yeah.
But and didn't they have like the whole, if you were like I don't know what constituted like a hardcore PlayStation owner, that they were going to send you an invite
Mm-hmm.
early to pre-order? Whatever happened to
Mm-hmm.
that? Did that happen?
I think they barely did it, or if they did,
Like,
it was kind of too late.
yeah, like some people got emails and some people didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, yeah, it's just been really bad.
Like
And-
that was one of those things that you were supposed to rely on, right? Like
yeah,
it's
and,
just a
and
final
I
payout for
think
that.
I might have, like, after that showing, I was kind of tipping towards PlayStation, and I think if I was able to pre-order, I might have just done it
Mm-hmm.
just to get it out of the way. But yeah,
But we couldn't.
yeah, we couldn't. I couldn't even have the opportunity. Like, I went to Best Buy and it wasn't even showing the page for the PS5. Um, Amazon saying it was unavailable.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think, yeah, anytime you say, pre-orders up tomorrow, yeah, that's kind of. I mean, I know, like, it's not all Sony's fault if Walmart hadn't jumped the gun early, but I mean, they didn't really. I don't know. It was still bad on Sony's part, but
It definitely looks bad on their part,
yeah,
regardless of who started the avalanche.
right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so now I hope everything tomorrow goes smoothly. I'm gonna try to get my pre-order in for the Series X,
Yep.
and we'll see. We'll just have to see.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm super excited. All right, what else we got in here? We got the Mass Effect trilogy was listed in a Portuguese retailer site and then removed. I think it was listed somewhere else as well, but
Yeah, there's been a lot of leaks about this thing.
it
Um,
exists.
yeah, it exists in some form. Who knows? Are you excited at all? Did you ever really play Mass Effect?
I played Mass Effect 3
Okay.
completely, and then I
Okay.
played a little bit of 1 and 2, but didn't finish those.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I would pick this up, honestly. Mass Effect is one of my top franchises. I love it so much. One is definitely probably shown its age the most. I mean, one was so much different than 2 and 3. 2 and 3 was definitely more of an actiony kind of. They definitely improved the controls and the shooting and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like, honestly, a proper remake of 1 more than a 2 and 3.
Okay.
Or maybe like do how Mafia's doing it, where they're remaking 1, and then 2 or 3 are kind of just remasters.
Yeah, that
Um,
makes sense.
I would like something like that, like a remake, and then then just port your other 2 or 3, 2 and 3 to, to the Series X or whatever. But yeah, it's yeah, I hope it exists, and which it sounds like it does, and I want people to play it because it is a really great game, franchise, and I would love to see more, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'd love to see more. Excited to see if they've excited to see what they've done with it, like how far they've gone with the remaster, or
Yeah,
if it's just like a port.
it's probably an up-res and a port. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine EA putting too much work into it, but who knows? We'll see.
They could surprise us.
Yeah, they could. That would be huge if they had completely remade 1 from like the ground up.
Yeah,
That would be a huge seller, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's dive into this direct.
Yeah, so Nintendo had a Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. This is their third one that they've done.
Yep.
The first 2 were very, I'd say, mediocre.
Yeah, they were like
Second one-
terrible.
Yeah, the second one was better than the first one in my opinion, but even that I couldn't tell you what games were announced there.
Yeah. Well, we got Zelda, right? When that at that the Necromancer.
Cadence of Hyrule,
Yeah,
the
Cadence
DLC
Hyrule.
for
That
that.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then Shin Megami Tensei 5 was announced at one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's cool. But this one had some heavy hitters. They
You
announced
did
two Monster Hunter games.
back to back.
Yeah, back to back. First one was Monster Hunter Rise, and this is it's like a mainline Monster Hunter game coming exclusively to the Switch on March 26, 2021. Um, this one it's pretty in line with Monster Hunter World, where you're like walking around an open area and you're not traveling
Area to
from
area.
from area to area like all of the 3DS games. So it's definitely pulling some elements from Monster Hunter World. I don't know how much, but I think it'll probably blur the line between the old school Monster Hunter and then the new one because
Honestly, like I think World did so well,
yeah.
that I think they're probably just gonna not copy and paste, but like keep that style and then kind of push it forward. Because this World did. God, I really need to go back and play that game.
Yeah.
But and I feel like I would want to try to play with you, but I remember that the multiplayer being so convoluted to try to get into with other people because I needed help or something. And it's almost like Dark Souls where you have to send a beacon out and then people have to search for it. It's really weird.
I think it might be better now.
Maybe. I mean, I haven't played it since way before like Iceborne, or is it Iceborne? Yeah.
Fun.
So yeah, I need to go back and try it, but
Yeah, we should. I think that'd be a fun one to play together.
yeah,
I don't know if it's still on Game Pass, but
I've got it. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I have it on PS4.
Is it not? Is it crossplay?
I don't know, but I don't have PlayStation Plus, so
Oh yeah,
I would just download it on Game Pass if it's still on.
it might be on there still. I don't know.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, check it out, man.
So we had Rise and then Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Yeah,
which is also coming to the Switch sometime in 2020. I think it's summer 2020.
2021.
Yeah, sorry,
2021.
Okay. It's a sequel to Monster Hunter Stories, which launched on the 3DS. That one, I believe, was a turn-based game where you kind of like caught the monsters.
Okay.
But this one looks cool. Like
visually, I like the art style.
Yeah, the art style is great. Definitely excited to see more of the gameplay.
Yeah.
But exciting announcement nonetheless. And these two, like, I did not expect to have it at a partner showcase. So that's really cool.
And then they had a follow-up direct right after that.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I watched a little bit of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had to go back to work, so I didn't catch it. But yeah, it looked good. It looked cool.
Yeah, it looked really cool. I'm excited for this one. I want to pick it up. I just don't know because Monster Hunter is such a time sink.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
I don't know if I'm gonna have the time for it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Next up, they announced Fitness Boxing 2.
Cool.
It looks more like Fitness Boxing 1, which I do have, and it's a fun game.
Nice. So, I couldn't tell you what it looked like.
It's like a rhythm game. It's
okay.
Like imagine like a Guitar Hero, except there's two lanes that things are coming down.
Gotcha.
Then we got Disgaea 6. Yeah, this one looks like more Disgaea. This guy. I've always been interested in getting the 5th one on Switch because it was not a launch title, but or maybe it was a launch title. Post launch. But it's like a strategy game, turn-based strategy game almost.
Okay.
Kind of like a Fire Emblem or like a Final Fantasy Tactics type of game.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks interesting. It's very over the top. I've heard like you get to level like 999,000.
Oh, they did say that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So that stuff's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like break that mold a little bit. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna quickly go through these. We got Empire of Sin, Sniper Elite 4,
coming to
is
the
coming out.
Switch.
Yeah, coming to the Switch. Hades. That was a day of launch, so that was a shadow release.
Yep.
Balan Wonderland was shown. This one's been shown before, not in a Nintendo presentation, I don't think, but this one looks very, very funky.
Which one was this one?
It's a 3D platformer. Almost looks like it's like an Alice in Wonderland type game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked interesting.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. This is coming out March 26th, 2021. Okay. Then we got look at Rune Factory 5. This one was announced before, but we got a more in-depth look at some gameplay. And then finally, we got good old Ori.
Yeah, that
Ori
was
the Will-O-Wisps.
Yeah.
Shadow launched.
Yeah, I guess I mean, it had never really been confirmed that it was coming to the Switch, right? I mean, I know Ori the Blind Forest was on there, but I don't think
it couldn't happen. They were like, "There's no way the Switch could run this game at 30 or 60."
Yeah,
FPS.
and it's at 60, right?
It's a locked 60.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Like I watched a video of them showing one of the escape areas in the game.
Yeah.
Pretty frantic.
Yeah.
Escape area, and it looked so smooth. I was like, damn, I almost wish I would have waited.
Yeah,
and
played it on
the Switch.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm glad that it's on there because I mean these games are like kind of made for the Switch in my opinion. They're just so good and yeah, if you played Ori and the Blind Forest on the Switch and you have to play Will-O-Wisp because it's better. It's good. It's so good.
Improvement on an already fantastic game.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah, and it sounds like a lot of work went into optimizing this for the Switch.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
And I'm sure, like, in addition to that, they were kind of parallel developing the Series X version.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That they
probably, yeah. And they also had a special edition announced as well.
Yep.
It comes with 1 and 2, and then some other some neat kind of collectible stuff. I was kind of interested in picking this up, and then it was like $150. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I wanted that bad.
Yeah, but it looked really cool. The way they packaged that together.
I've never been a special edition guy, but if this was like $80,
I definitely probably would have picked it up. Definitely, probably. Yeah, it looks, yeah. So, I mean, a little disappointing that we didn't see any Hollow Knight. I think last week we were speculating since it was Mario 35th anniversary that we were hoping to see like a Mario and Rabbids 2 or something.
But none of that.
But yeah, these little directs keep getting better and better. So I mean, cool. I mean, it was so funny because like I was on the YouTube channel for this, and people kept saying like Breath of the Wild 2 and this. I'm like, you realize this is like a partner showcase. Like, why?
It's not first party games.
Why are you doing this to yourself? Like, they're not gonna like at the very end put something about Breath of the Wild 2. They're just not.
Yeah.
They already halted the expectation of announcing that it's a partner showcase. Just stop. You're ridiculous. They tell you what they're gonna announce, and then you're still like.
Still disappointed.
Yeah, you're still like, it's no Breath of the Wild 2. This is crap.
It's like, for what it's worth, this one felt more like a Nintendo Direct Mini.
It did, yeah.
Than a Partners Direct, just because the announcements are so cool.
Yeah, they had some good stuff here. So.
Yeah, and this was one that they actually like announced a decent time beforehand, unlike the other one. One of them they just shadow dropped, and then one of them they announced like midnight before.
Yeah.
So it's like they didn't have much faith in those, obviously.
No, not at all. That's everything, right? That was announced?
Yeah, that's it for the Partners Direct.
Cool. So EA is considering bringing EA Play to the Switch. I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, more money.
Yeah, more money, more. For those not familiar, it's a subscription service, which you can play. They got like free games on there, and then I think you play any new game 10 days early, or you have 10 days to play or something like that. To try it out. So pretty cool. This is already confirmed for Game Pass. So That's cool. So yeah, maybe come to Switch makes sense. I don't understand why it's already not, but
Yeah,
hey.
it should be. Speaking of which, I switched over to Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh, did you? Sweet.
I did, yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much the same price that you're paying now, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, pretty much the same price, but just easier. It's easier having it all in one payment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice.
And then last but not least, certainly,
Holy crap!
Microsoft probably dropped, other than like the console announcements and stuff. This is probably like one of the biggest news pieces of the year. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Microsoft purchased Zenimax, which owns Bethesda, so they're going to be a first-party studio.
for $7.5 billion.
Yeah, I think it was like the second biggest video game acquisition in history. I do not know what the first one was. I can't remember.
I know it wasn't. It wasn't Mojang, because that was
No.
only like 2.5 billion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man.
My
This is
God.
wild. Like there's been so much speculation of what's.
Like what's gonna be exclusive, what's not gonna be exclusive.
Yeah, so I think they confirmed that stuff that games are going to be kind of on a
Case by case.
case by case scenario. I think Elder Scrolls 6 and stuff like that. I think that's coming to Xbox. I think that's going to be a purely Xbox and PC game. No PS5.
You think
Because I
so?
mean,
That's
you
huge.
spend $7.5 billion, right, to get this, to get Zenimax and Bethesda, and you get one of the biggest franchises in the world, Elder Scrolls.
Mm.
Yes, I understand that like Microsoft puts like we were just talking about Mojang, Minecraft. They put that on everything. That makes sense. But this, I mean, this is such a huge franchise that people would buy an Xbox for this, I think.
I think so.
So I think that this and maybe Fallout is going to be Xbox exclusive because, I mean, if Microsoft isn't in the business of selling the consoles, or is in the business of selling consoles, this is how you sell consoles. If they just want to be a software publisher, then they shouldn't even have an Xbox at all. They should just put everything out on everything that they possibly can and still have all these studios. But I think Sony fanboys are gonna be real mad about this one because I think Fallout and Elder Scrolls is gonna be an exclusive to Xbox.
Hmm.
I
That's a
understand.
hot take.
Yeah, I mean I understand that if you put it out on PS5, you're gonna make more money. But I think you're going to get people to spend the $500, spend the $300 to get your Xbox, and then and then obviously they don't have to spend anything because it's on Game Pass. But yeah, man, Elder Scrolls 6 on Game Pass. What a wild man.
Holy crap! I almost feel bad about not paying for that one.
Yeah,
It's like I feel kind of guilty.
I mean it
So,
just insane.
so my only reservation about, well, just about Elder Scrolls 6 is, that game's been in development for a while,
Yeah,
presumably. So, what if it is an Xbox exclusive or Xbox and PC? What happens to the PS5 version that was being built? Is that just scrapped, or
probably.
like you'd have to imagine they would still release it, but
Yeah, I mean
I don't know.
maybe for 6 they will just because it's been in development for so long. And then going forward, it's just going to be. But I mean, gosh, it's been was 10 years since Skyrim? I mean, God, it's been forever.
Yeah,
So,
and then the big draw for Xbox obviously is Game Pass and playing it for free.
yeah. I think it might. I mean, you're spending $7.5 billion. I mean, that's probably covered those costs of making that game and then, tenfold. So, I,
Yeah,
if I'm a Microsoft exec and I spend this chunk of change, I want this thing to be on my console exclusively, and then of course have it on PC as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't let this thing be on the PS5. This is such a huge I mean, this is mind blowing.
Yeah. Like I'm surprised this didn't leak. Like this is such a big deal. Like
Yeah, maybe it's just I don't know. I had no when I saw it this morning. I mean I had no thoughts about that ever
what?
happening. And then especially it's the day before pre-orders. I mean they just dropped. I mean I don't want to say of course I don't want to say they won the generation or anything like that, but I don't know, man. I
They've got a good
wonder.
start.
I wonder if this and in a combination of just the horrible pre-order process that's been happening. I wonder if a lot of people are just going to say screw it and just jump ship
Yeah,
to Xbox, and be
I
like,
think they
hey,
might.
I'm going to try Xbox this time around, and then I'll pick up PS5 later down the road. But yeah, I mean,
This is so
it's huge.
huge, and maybe that 7.5 billion does cover, some of the revenue that they'll be losing out on by not putting it on the other consoles. So maybe that's included in the price. I don't know if that's how that
Yeah.
even works, but geez, and they still have Deathloop and
Hmm.
Ghostwire Tokyo. Those are both PS5 exclusives still, or at least timed exclusives. Well, they might be timed now. They might have been just straight up before, and now
Yeah,
it's all out the window. But
it's crazy, man. It's
yeah.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
do you think people will boot on, or they'll insert Deathloop and it'll say Microsoft Studios on it now?
Yeah,
You
I
think they'll
mean,
boot it up?
I would imagine. Yeah.
That's wild. Well, I guess that happens with Minecraft,
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
God.
You got what, Outer Worlds? Well, no, I think does Microsoft Studios come up on Outer Worlds, because technically that game was already done before I think they took over um,
Yeah.
Obsidian, right?
Yeah. So maybe that'll be the case for Deathloop as well, where it doesn't show up. Um. Oh my God. Like.
Yeah, it's pretty mind blowing. I mean, I imagine they'll pay for like marketing and stuff. Well, anything else with the game, I don't know. It's a tricky situation, but um, yeah, man, it's
Like I
insane.
part of me hopes Sony doesn't just get the shaft with this, but Sony didn't fork out 7.5 billion. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and Sony's also been so hesitant about crossplay and stuff like that. That it's screw it.
yeah.
It's about the gamers now. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah. I'm like I don't even know what to say because it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wow.
It was quite a. It was just like a mic drop, man. It was just like, yeah, we bought them, or we're buying them, and mic drop. Pre-orders tomorrow, bitches.
But I saw it and I was just thinking like of all the games that are coming to Game Pass that I can play,
Yeah,
even
I mean,
ones that I've already played, like Dishonored 2, and
I mean,
that one was already on Game Pass.
is that? I mean, I guess that's confirmed, right? Like Doom 2 or Doom Eternal will be on there.
Shit, dude. Yeah,
Everything,
Doom Eternal is gonna be on there too.
every yeah. So I mean, I wonder when that stuff's happening. I wonder when.
Prey,
Yeah,
um,
Prey's already on there.
Evil Within too.
Evil Within 2. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean that you don't realize it, but they are. Well, you realize it, but people don't realize that they have a lot of games.
Yeah, I have a
They
ton
have
of
a lot of
games.
studios.
Yeah, that's not just Fallout and Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, Arcane Studios,
Yep,
ID,
yep.
Bethesda Softworks. I mean, and
A lot of
they've bought
stuff.
more recently too. Like,
Yeah, it's gonna be a wild generation.
I'm pretty pumped for it now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So,
and we
like,
have Starfield coming out.
yep. So I wonder, like,
What the
what?
hell's gonna happen with that one?
That's a huge one. So I don't know, man. Like, it's especially with this whole pre-order debacle. Like, I think people are just gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna get Xbox. I'm gonna get the Game Pass. I'm gonna join in the hype of Game Pass and see what this is about. And then, oh yeah, I'll get Starfield for free. I'll get, Elder Scrolls 6 for free. I think it's gonna have a lot of people jumping ship and switching over to Xbox for this generation to start.
Yeah.
And I mean, with me kind of being on the kind of on the edge of whether or not each one I wanted to get, with this announcement, I mean, I'm Series X, baby.
Seal the
Series
deal.
X. Seal the deal.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
I bet Phil Spencer's just leaning back in his big ass chair, just smiling.
Good old
He said
Philip.
he said it's a good day to be alive.
Is that what he said?
No, he didn't say
Oh,
that. I'm sure he's thinking that.
yeah. Whew. Yeah, I need to follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, ever since we got rid of, well, I say we, but ever since Microsoft got rid of Don Matrick, like he was just like the worst.
I don't even remember. He was the one that was pushing Connect and
Yeah.
all this other stuff.
Well, he was with Microsoft for a while, or Xbox for a while. Yeah, and then I think whenever the one got announced, I think that's when they brought in Phil, because he was more focused on acquiring studios and getting the games built up.
Yeah.
Um,
Setting a foundation.
yeah, setting a foundation of the gamers first, and then whatever second. So, but yeah, big a nice solid week for news. Nice great couple weeks for some good news. So
Yes.
hopefully we'll keep the ball rolling. Until the end of the year with the new stuff. But yeah,
I don't even know what we would see beyond this. Unless
yeah,
Nintendo announced their 4K console, but
I don't know. They might.
probably not going to see that.
They might do it. They might do it this week.
This purchase makes the Warner Bros. Acquisition, or the possible acquisition, look like just
Chump. Yeah, like chump change.
Drop in the can,
Yeah.
or a flash in the pan. Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah.
With EA Play and every Bethesda game, we sound like such Xbox fanboys right now, but
it's just the value, man. It's like the game, like even before all this stuff, Game Pass was already just a steal, and they keep bringing it. They just keep adding to it, and it gets better and better.
Yeah, it really does.
So, all right, Nick.
Before we leave,
yep.
I just want to mention Sony. Sony has a sort of, it's not a Game Pass, but you can play a lot of their flagship PS4 titles.
Oh yeah, their PS, what is it, the Plus library or something like that?
Yeah, PS Plus benefits is what I think.
Yeah,
something like that. But you can play like God of War, Last of Us Remastered. A lot of their pre 2020.
Yeah.
PS4 games.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, if you're gonna jump in like now, that's great. I know a lot of people were kind of like, I've already played all these games, because I mean it's, it's first party stuff, so you're I mean that's why you pick up a PlayStation.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks for people who've been kind of diehard fans for a while. They don't really get nothing new out of that, but great
it's good for people who are switching over.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Nick, before we everything's said and done, I had a quick kind of question of the week for you.
Let's do it.
So, what is your all-time favorite controller? With the new consoles coming up, I kind of wanted to see what your opinion was. And maybe like your top two.
Let me talk through them real quick. So the 64, that one's garbage.
Yeah, it's pretty.
GameCube. Ooh,
GameCube was pretty good. GameCube was solid. That was a great controller, especially the Wavebird. I love that thing.
Yeah. PS2 was whatever. I mean, PS3 through PS4 is like all the same.
I never really liked to play a controller up until the PS4. I think the PS4's controller is pretty solid. Because I remember the PS. Because I'm feeling the buttons right now. Like the PS4 controller, they're a little bit squishy. I think compared to like the Xbox, it's a little bit more of like a harder plastic. But I remember the PS3's controller being extra squishy, and I hated it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think my favorite controller might be the Switch Pro controller. I think it's such a solid, like it just feels really good to hold. Like it's got like the Xbox, it's got the Xbox controller vibe, but like I don't know, it feels good.
Bit better. I would say that or the Series X, or no, not the Series. What is it called? The Elite controller.
Okay, yeah, I've never actually.
That one's got a good weight to it.
Yeah.
It feels really good. So that one might be my favorite. That or the Pro controller, the Switch Pro controller.
Yeah,
I'd say.
Yeah,
I just love that offset analog stick.
Yeah, I do too. I think for me it's that controller, Pro controller. I think probably like the Xbox One controller, because I think they've kind of nailed the design, with their controllers. I mean, it's pretty similar to the 360, but it's nicely improved. And then I'd probably say the GameCube controller. That's
It's like a
Such an iconic controller, and
Yeah.
especially that you can play it on the Switch is even cooler.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
I will say the PS5 controller does look pretty sweet.
it does. I'm looking forward to holding that thing and seeing how that feels.
I would love to just go to a GameStop right now and hold that controller at a kiosk.
No thanks. Oh, here's the 2DS.
Oh man.
So it's like definitely got like that wedge shape.
Yeah,
Sorry for
shove
the
that right under the door.
yeah, sorry for audio listeners. This says
Looks pretty clean.
yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, interesting looking. What a weird design.
Yeah, it's very odd, but I get it. I get it now that having having a 3-year-old that's constantly flipping it over, and
Yeah.
like when he gets mad, he like shakes his hand and it like wiggles it. So I get it now.
It's for kids.
Yeah, it's definitely for kids. But it does feel good to hold. But that being said, that is going to wrap up the show this week, guys. Hopefully everyone enjoyed our in-depth discussion with all this juicy news.
There's a lot to talk about. It's exciting times to be a gamer.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it's exciting. Lots of good stuff to look forward to. Yeah. But yeah, Nick, where can they follow us at on Twitter?
At Gaming WT Bros on Twitter. And you
Yep.
can tweet us questions, you can DM us any questions, or let us know which console you're looking forward to.
Yeah, we would love
which
to
one are you trying to pre-order?
exactly. Yeah, we would love to start doing like a question segment at the very end. I think that's like the one thing that I feel like we're missing. So yeah, just tweet at us, let us know how you're doing, what's your favorite games, really anything. And you can also email us too. It's gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Same thing. You can, send us questions, question of the week. We've kind of been lazy with the question of the week just because it does get kind of hard to think of stuff.
Yeah, it does, and we've just been so excited with the news that
Yeah.
haven't really had questions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, send us that. Leave us a nice review on your favorite podcasting platform. Yeah, you can. I stream over on twitch.tv/AtomicReptar. If you're watching live, this is where I always stream usually. Probably streaming some more Dragon Ball Z in the future, playing some Master Roshi. Might stream some Mario as well.
I was gonna ask if you've streamed anymore with Kellen.
No, we just did the one time. It's funny because I put our edited down video on YouTube, and like he just always wants to watch it whenever he comes into the room. So
Wait, the video of you and him playing?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, he was watching that earlier actually. But Nick, anything that you want to plug? Any music or YouTube or anything like that?
No, I just want to wish everyone the best of luck with pre-ordering consoles.
Yeah. Good luck tomorrow. Good luck.
Yeah. Good luck tomorrow or today if you're watching this.
Yep.
Or listening to this, and I hope you were able to pre-order a PS5 if you wanted to.
Yep. Speaking of that, before we go, do you plan on getting anything else with the Series X? I mean, because do we know any like peripherals or anything with this thing other than controllers? I mean, I know Sony's got like their new headset and they've got like a little charging station. I'm sure there's stuff, right?
I know today they announced like different colored controllers.
Yeah, that blue one looks really nice.
Yeah, it does. Looks pretty nice. I don't know if they've announced any headsets or anything yet.
Okay, I imagine like a headset's going to come in the box, kind of like the one did.
Yeah, maybe. I hope so.
But I imagine the thing I'm using now, the headset I'm using now, can work. So, do you plan on getting a second controller right away, or just because?
No, because my Xbox controller, both of mine can work with the Series X.
Yeah, that's my thoughts too. So
pretty nice. Like I already have 3 controllers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like buying the Switch. You've got 2 controllers already to go.
Gotta love that.
All right, guys, we're starting to ramble, but we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for watching.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.